Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So following on from my last video where I was telling you about my bad round at Churston and what I've been doing to try and rectify it and what to do when you get to a range, today I'm going to put that practice into play. Now, before I go out onto the golf course and lose loads of balls and you know, basically just waste my time, I'm going to practice in a simulated game. So I've loaded the front nine of one of the courses on my Foresight software, and I'm going to play that front nine for you now, just to see what I can score. So in essence, I've put auto putt on. So the closer I get to the hole, the less putts it will take, and that will give me a score. So you have to take that into account. But this is more about me finding fairways and greens and trying to be in play more. So we've loaded up the software. I'm going to screen record it so you can see what happens. And if you can do this, then do it. Now, a lot of pros, I'm here, and I know a lot of other pros have quad, they have this software, and they hire out their simulator rooms for their members, for guests, or whatever. So I strongly recommend that if you're going through a transition of change, is to hire out that simulator and just put those practices that you've been doing into play in a gaming situation as much as you can, before then progressing and taking it out onto the golf course, because this will tell you what you need to work on as opposed to just hitting into a range. It's, you know, there's no consequence as much as there is on a golf course, but it's trying to put yourself under that little bit of pressure to get you to a place where you can improve. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm happy with the practice I did in that last video. So now I'm going to put it into practice. I'm going to put that practice into play and see what I can shoot on the front nine of, I think it's Beaver Hills that I'm at today, and just see what happens basically. Right, okay, first hole, as you can see by that flyover, 376 yards, pretty straight, but lots of trees in the way. So I'm just going to hit a 3-wood, try and keep myself in play a little bit more than a driver possibly will do. Just try and get it somewhere in and around the fairway to give myself, hopefully, around about 130-ish yards into the green. Oh wow. Or we'll just go in the tree. Let's just do what we always do and go in the tree. So I've got 152 to the pin. I've got a tree in the way, so I've got to try and get over that. So hopefully this will get over the tree. It's a nice solid 8-iron. Get it in and around the green. That's a great shot. I think it was more luck than judgment, like it went through a tree, but you know, it happens. We do go through trees sometimes. So if we look at this hole, it is 500 yards and it's 230 yards, 248 yards to that dog leg, and I need to get it about 230. For this shot, it would be a 2-iron to that dog leg. Now, the 2-iron is normally a faded club. It's normally a really good club for me. But I just don't know what's happening today, do we? Right, so I'm going to aim a little bit down the left and try and fade it in to the centre of that fairway. And I absolutely fatted that, and that really hurt. But positives, it's in the fairway. And this, a little bit, is why I went back to my old swing, because I was hitting them a little bit fat. Right, so I've got to get over a tree. How far have I got? 291. So, bad tee shot, need to get the ball back in play. I'm just going to hit a wedge. Just need to adjust that a little bit to get it more into the centre. It's probably going to go about 130-ish yards, maybe 140 with roll out. So just get it back in play. And that's perfect. Okay, so we're back in play after a bit of a bad tee shot. How far does that leave us into the flag? Whew, it's cold today, 162. So a 7-iron is probably about 165. So I'm going to hit a 7-iron for this. Not all of it, just a nice 7-iron. Try and get it on the green and get away with a par if we can. settle a bit. Okay, so we've made the green and we made a par. Maybe just under par with that. Right, so what's next? 376. It's a bit of a dog leg to the left. So I want to go 250. I'm going to hit this 2-iron again and keep hitting it until I hit it right, which will then just give me a wedge stroke 9-iron into the green. Right, nice solid 2-iron. Oh, it's faded again, isn't it? Didn't count for the fade, and these are these little mental errors. Oh, that's probably a little bit lucky. These little mental errors that are costing me shots. Didn't think about what this tendency is with this club and just aim straight down the middle. Silly mistakes. So I'm in the rough. I got 166. Now I need to just take my medicine. I can't go for this straight because there's a tree there, so I just need to punch a little 4-iron and hopefully let it run up to the green. Go on, keep going. Oh, I'll take that. Take that all day long. And got away with just under par again, but it's effectively a 2-putt, isn't it? So not too bad at the moment. Right, what have we got? 176 to the flag. How far to the front of the green? 160 to the front of the green. So we're going to hit a 7-iron because they might get a little bit of roll. They don't seem to be stopping on this green. Now my tendency with this is a slight draw, so I'm going to aim for the centre of the green, so a little bit right of target, and then if it draws in, great. If it stays straight, it's on the green, and if it fades a little bit, it should still be on the green. Good solid strike. Oh, I've mullered it. But it went centre of the green. It's given me quite a long putt, but it's safely on the green anyway. If I'd have taken that flag on, I could have run out at the back. So by just going for the centre of the green, has just kept me in play a little bit there. All right, we've got another dog leg here. 397. That dog leg runs out at 240. Now, ultimately, I want to hit my 3-iron, but I don't have it yet. It's a little bit too far for a 4-iron, and a little bit too less for a 2-iron. So we're going to hybrid. Now, I try my best not to hit this club because it normally leaks right. So I'm going to aim a little bit left of target, and hopefully it'll fade in. It looks like it's done it, has it? Oh, it's just too much fade on that. But you got the idea of what I was trying to do there. Possibly could have aimed a little bit further left. So I've got 154 to the pin in the rough. Oh, that's awful. This is a bit of a hit and hope now. So it's another one of those punchy 4-irons. You have to aim a little bit left. I've nailed that. Settle. Came out like a rocket. Came out like a rocket, that did. Right, so let's not compound the error. Let's get a wedge out. Let's try and hit it a little close and get away with a 1-putt. How far we got? 19 yards. Just a little chip. Now, this is a bit of a struggle with this because you've got no real perception of where the flag is, but yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. Okay, so what does that keep us? That keeps us just under par, is it? Yeah, just under par. Right, so 418 to the flag. How many chances to get driver out around here, is there? I want to see what driver's doing, so I'm gonna hit it. Now I probably wouldn't hit it on this, but I can get a bit drawy, so it's probably a good shot shape for a driver. But I think the right play would be just a 2-iron or 4-iron up the middle and then just have a longer shot in. But it's a long par 4, so Good excuse to get the driver out. We need to hit a bit of a draw if possible. Oh, and it's a fade. Stay there. Stay. Stay. Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Would appear the woods are being fadey, which is not all bad, I suppose. Can work with it. Just try to draw that right. So I've got 140 to the flag. Just a nice 9-iron. See if we can get this close and have a 1-putt. Problem is, I don't know what that tree's doing above me. But we'll just risk it anyway. All right, just an nice, easy 9-iron. Settle. Oh, it's just snuck off. Just snuck off. I'm going to use this 9-iron still. Just a little putt with it. Break, 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 break. Oh. Still a 1-putt, still got away with a par, which is what we wanted. Right, so what's this? This is a long now par 5. 230. Can probably carry it over there. So I'm gonna hit driver again if it's going to be fadey, because it's a good hole to do it on. Just aim for the right side of that fairway, and then it should fade round as it bends round the corner. Because driver is a good club for me. I've just got to get my confidence back with it. Get around that corner, get around that corner. Oh no, I've got away with that. That was bottom of the club. Me and driver need some work, I think. Right, 271 to the flag, so I'm just going to hit a 7-iron, leave myself about 100 yards in if I can. Oh no. I'll pull that slightly, right yardage, but I've pulled that. Okay, so I've taken a mulligan on that because I stupidly didn't line this up. So I actually went where I lined up. So I'm going to line up now down the fairway. I thought I pulled it, but I hit a really good shot. Just didn't line up the computer. So I've taken a mulligan. Just because of that basically. Right, so 177 iron. That's better. Now we're down the fairway. It's just such a better strike, and that's one. So we've left ourselves just under 100. But like I was saying at the beginning, like now I'm doing this in a gaming situation, I can see something else to work on, which is woods and driver, because the iron seems to be going better from that practice. But now I need to put a bit more emphasis on the woods. If this had been out on the course, I'd have lost a load of balls, I'd have demoralised myself, and I'd just be like, oh God. And the possibility of reverting back to old Lee. But by doing it in this situation, I can see the irons are going pretty well, but I need to work on the woods, and it means I can go away again and practice and maybe come back and do this again before going out onto the course. Right, anyway, 98 yards. So 52-degree wedge, just a nice little 100-yard pitch shot. A little bit short, but we're on the green, putting for a birdie. Okay, 130 to the pin, par 3, pitching wedge. Need to really be a lot better at this kind of yardage. So 130 pitching wedge, straight at it. No messing about, no danger on the green, straight at it. And I've hit that really high in the face. That's got no yardage in it. Oh, it's done all right. It's actually done really well. Came out with no spin. That was a problem. So problem, and what saved me, carried 130 exactly, but came out with absolutely no spin. So let's aim down there. So I'm going to hit a 2-iron, try and get to that corner, and leave myself about 100 and 120 yards in if I can. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Aim left side, play that fade in. It's given me 123 to the flag. So that's just a pitch with a pitching wedge basically. It's not a full one. So just nice little pitching wedge. I said pitch a lot of times then. Just slightly pulled that, but I think I got away with it. It's on the green and it's 2-putting. Overall result, well, in accordance with this, we were 0.6 under par, basically. It's a 36 par front nine and I went round in 35.4, and that's just from putting strokes gained basically. In essence, it was probably a level par, maybe a level par round, which is something I'd definitely take. So what can you take away from that? Well, it just shows that if you're serious about your golf and serious about improving, have a process in place where you get your lesson, you practice what you've been taught, and if the facilities are available that you can hire out a simulator and do this, then do it, because then it may highlight other aspects of your game that you need to work on. For me, if I'd have gone out on the course and hit some of those driver shots, 3-wood shots, etc., I'd have been a little bit demoralised and I'd have just, my head would have gone. But by doing it in this situation, it's helped me realise that I can hit punch shots under trees. I can recover good. My irons are going pretty well now. I've put that time into practice, which was something that was really bad a week ago. But I now need to work on the driver, and I now need to work on getting my confidence back with the driver and the 3-wood. The hybrid, I can't wait to get rid of. I need that 3-iron to turn up. I do have a demo 3-iron, completely the wrong shaft, but I'm arguably just going to put it in the bag because I cannot stand hitting hybrids at the moment. Can't control them. I don't know what's going on with them. And I hit irons better, so it's just going to go. But 3-wood and driver needed some work. So now I'm going to go away and put that into practice and practice hitting driver, looking at stats, looking at data and finding out where I can improve my game or where I can make improvements with that club. The big takeaway is just focus your practice more and target certain areas to work on. Don't just go to the range and hit wedge, irons, driver, wedge, irons, driver and smash balls. Have a plan in place to better your game. And if that's from speaking to a coach and them telling you how to sort of make your practice work for you, then do that. But don't just waste money hitting balls for nothing. It achieves not a lot, apart from maybe a little bit of fun. Anyway, I hope you've liked that video, and if you have liked that video, please do give it a thumbs up by clicking that thumbs up down below. If you aren't yet subscribed or you're new to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button down below. Completely free to do. It's just one click is all it takes. There are a lot of you, in fact 65% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if we can get those 65 or some of those 65% subscribed, it would really help boost this channel. So if you could do that, it would mean the world to me. But for the time being, I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to get the driver and 3-wood out and maybe practice some of that. I'll see you all soon.